I just want to ask you a quick question about seasons. You mentioned it. You recorded seasons. Is there a reason for that? Is there any positives to it? Any downsides to it?
I think downsides, I do downsides first, is that sometimes people get used to your weekly. I do
Yep.
weekly for Hear It. I do twice a week for Have You Got 5 Minutes, which is exhausting.
Yeah, I can
But it's
imagine.
just but they're really short episodes. But when you build that momentum up and you're consistent, then suddenly going off can be like, oh no. But for me, it's like this is not my main job. I've got other things to do, and for me, I feel refreshed having a break, and then I reflect back and go right. I'll get some more guests and go back, and that's where I think that re-promotion and throwback to episodes or quotes. I need to do more of that because that can keep you going till the next bit. I
Yep.
mean, originally I was like, oh, I'm going to start in January. I'm going to have a month or two off. I'm going to start again. But I had two campaigns land, an interim project, something else. And I'm like, do you know what? I need a bit of a professional break. So I need to get my head down with these, and then
Yep.
I'll do it before. I learnt my lesson last year. I think I left it too much of a gap.
I was going to say that. Is it
Yeah,
is it hard to start again?
can be, but I think for me, because I want to use it as a marketing tool, I just had too big a gap because then it wasn't supporting my content stuff as I want it to.
Yep.
So yeah, but it's personal choice. I don't think for me anyway. I think consistency is important once you start putting it out. Some people like a once a month type thing,
Mm.
once a week, but twice a week, whatever. I think whatever you decide to, just stick to that, and not get too worried. Like realistically, like you're not going to start a podcast and it's going to be like a groundbreaking number one hit immediately. Like
Yep.
it's unlikely unless you're a huge celebrity and got already a huge audience. It does take a bit of time to kind of build that up. So I think that takes the pressure off, right? Like just try stuff. And like with newsletter, like I am pretty consistent. That's taken a while to get consistent. But some weeks, like the second week of the Easter holidays, I did one on Good Friday. I was just away with family and I was like, I'm not even going to say I'm not doing one this week, guys. I was just like, I'm not going to do it. No one's going to be like, oh my God, where is it? I'm so devastated. So I
Yep.
just think taking the pressure off, but just keep yourself a bit accountable if you want to try and do something, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
this is why I do it weekly and don't do it seasonally, because I think if I stop, I I fear that I probably would be like, oh, I'll do it next week. I'll do it
No,
next
you're
week,
so
and
good for doing that. I just personally like, right, I need to do it as a season, have a break,
yeah,
and then go again.
it's because I know what works for me, and
But that's so
I just know for a
important.
fact, Rebecca, if I stopped,
That's it.
it's like when you do I did it's like when you do these 30-day challenges. And I did one last year where I filmed myself every day because I was trying to get over that hurdle of putting myself on camera. And by the end of it, I was like, do you know what? Actually, I'm quite enjoying this. And then 30 days came by. I was like, not doing that anymore. And it's like, well, I think I said, oh, well, I'll have a break and then I'll get back to it. But yeah, I have to do it every week. Otherwise, it'll just stop.
Yeah, I think it's important. But I think for me, because I do the Engaging Youth Insights report, and I've also just found out I've been commissioned by CRPR to do some research on young
Yeah.
people around like media habits. So I need to take a break, I guess, to do those other bits of content that are important in my world.
Yeah, of course.
One isn't paid, one will have a bit of income from it. So it's just like trying to balance it. And also suddenly like I'm like, oh, who else would be really cool? Or do I want to change the format?
Mm.
And then like try and build up some good guests again. But yeah, it's constant like evolution of things. And I think finding what's right for you with any type of content's like if you're going to be a creator, it needs to be your personal. It's about you and your
Yeah.
personal brand. What's right for you, your
It needs
capacity
to be
to do stuff,
enjoyable
and
ultimately, doesn't
like
it?
it's fun, right? Like why would you do
Yeah.
this? Podcasting isn't for everyone. For me, it just felt more natural. But if it's not your thing and you've tried it, like just try something else.